if you get re-elected, what would you do differently from what you have done in the last 3.5 years? I think to attract more direct foreign investment to the Nigerian economy.
Certainly, what we intend to do is to build on what we're doing. That's why we're talking about the next level. We need to build on what we're doing. At the moment, we move 24 places up in the ease of doing business. It means, of course, that even internationally, it's been accepted that we're one of the top 10 reforming economies in the world. That's the World Bank report. So what we really need to do is to build on that. And we're doing exactly that. One of the issues with foreign direct investment, of course, is in creating the environment. Power. We need to improve power, which is one of the critical issues for us, which we're doing, improving transmission assets, improving distribution assets. At the moment, we have improved transmission assets by 2,000 megahertz. So where we inherited 5,000 megahertz of delivery on transmission, we are now able to do 7,000 megahertz of delivery on transmission. And we need to keep improving. We need to improve our railroads. Because, for example, if you look at the Lagos-Kano rail, it starts from the ports, from the Apapa ports, so that goods can be taken out of the Apapa ports out into the hinterland. So we need to improve road infrastructure. We need to improve rail infrastructure, which is what we're doing. So the critical investments that need to be made in infrastructure are being made now, because today you have a prudent government. You have a government that is ensuring that grand corruption is not allowed, so that the resources available to us are being invested in the economy. That's how come we can invest 5 times more than when we were earning $100 a barrel or $114 a barrel. So that's the thing. We will simply focus on what we're doing and improve the infrastructure. Once you improve the infrastructure, foreign investments will come. We'll also create the environment for local industry. That's one of the critical issues for us, creating the environment for local industry. And we're creating that environment already for local industry by all of the steps we're taking, entry and exit of ports. We're doing all of that, looking at the taxation regime.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Now, we're on the home stretch now, and we must quickly take a question each on foreign policy. The ANN. Foreign policy. I mean, you said that Nigeria's foreign policy has hardly changed for decades. What do you think is the right foreign policy for Nigeria at this stage of our development and in a changing global environment?
Because of one of the R's that we have in ANN about reforming the foreign policies that we presently have. What we're doing differently is to ensure that every kind of collaboration that has been existing before will change. We want to do foreign policies on healthcare service delivery, foreign policies on education, foreign policies on security. What is being one of the problems that has happened to us, that we have a lot of proliferation of issues on insecurities, because we've not tightened up the knots on our foreign policy matters. We've not done enough to ensure that this aspect of our system is adequately taken care of. Now we have people coming in from the border side, coming in from the small towns like the Chad basins, the Chad area, the Cameroon area, with arms. What has the present government done about this proliferation of arms and this, which is causing a lot of conflicts within our communities, killing our people and all that? What we are going to do differently is to ensure that there's homeland security, which will ensure that all the military security agencies have an information system sharing, which everybody will ensure that everybody coming into our communities, we are well aware of. There will be sharing of information and ensuring that our borders are secured. And having the fact that right now, what I feel is that government is not doing enough to ensure that places we have given.
Thank you. Candidate of the ACPN, what would be the foreign policy thrust of your government if you get elected?
The foreign policy of the government of the ACPN would be one that would be of mutual benefit to our country and to the countries of the world. This is because the world is a global village. We tend to share advice, we share expertise, we share so many things together. What our government will do is that the relationship we will have with other people, especially in trade, will be the one that our country will benefit from. Then also in security, it has been very difficult for this country to get supplies of the required machinery to combat the Boko Haram menace and other security matters that we have that is staring our country in the face. We will ensure that we build our relationship with countries that are experts in all this machinery so that they will have confidence that the equipment they will be selling to Nigeria will be used for the purpose for which it was required. Then also we will have relations with our neighboring countries because we are brothers. Whatever is affecting Nigeria negatively will obviously affect countries like Cameroon, Niger, Chad, and other West African countries that are bordering the Nigerian territory. So to fight Boko Haram successfully and other insurgents, I think we will require collaboration of all these countries so that if the fight gets to a stage and the Boko Haram fighters are receding, there will be attack from other countries.
Thank you.
Things that cannot be done alone, we try and see how other countries of the world can collaborate with us.
Thank you very much. Candidate of the YPP.
Thank you very much. Professor Kingsley Moghalu has served in the CBN for good 5 years, and his performance there can never be overemphasized. He was part of setting such policies that during his time, there was an economic meltdown that affected a lot of countries in this world. But Nigeria was not directly affected then due to the good work of his team. So I'm very sure Professor Kingsley Moghalu has a very good plan for Nigeria to set a very good foreign policies that will suit our country. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Candidate of the PDP, what will be the party's foreign policy thrust?
Well,
will Africa still be the centerpiece of Nigeria's foreign policy?
It will remain so. Because I believe that we're first Africans and we have a lot to gain and to offer Africa. And while dealing with other nations, making sure that our relationship is beneficial to our country and brings a lot of value in terms of security, in terms of our economic turnaround and everything that will help us to create jobs and help us to see that it will be a win-win situation. Not a situation where we now go around all over the world borrowing. We would go more to learn about what they're doing, because I believe that what they are doing will be more valuable to us to implement here than a situation where we're almost going to borrow everything from China.
Thank you very much. Candidate of the APC.
Yes.
Now, having drawn the government for 3.5 years, what is it that you think you need to do differently as far as foreign policy is concerned?
I think the major focus of our foreign policy is and will remain the economy and security. So, for example, in trade, on trade issues, we're extremely vigilant. We just set up a trade office, a trade negotiations office, which had never been in existence, so that we're able to enter into fair trade agreements with everyone else. And that accounts for some of the work we're doing on the AFCTA. Also, some of the economic partnership agreements that we're supposed to have signed with Europe, with the European Union. These are the sorts of issues that we're looking at. We're saying, for instance, that we cannot sign those EPAs as they are currently because we're looking out for the economic interests of Nigeria in our foreign relations. Second, of course, is security. One of the points that's been made is that we will cooperate with our neighbors. Indeed, that is what is going on at the moment. The Multinational Joint Task Force is one such cooperation. So Chad, Cameroon, Niger are partners with us in fighting Boko Haram and other forms of terrorism that may be showing up, especially the Islamic State of West Africa and all of that. So clearly, what our foreign policy will be, and continue to be, is our emphasis on the economy, our emphasis on security. All of our friends, whether they are in the West or whether they are Africans, we will judge their relationship with us on the basis of how beneficial they are to our economy and to our security.